You want to know what the #1 problem I see with dirt bike carburetors after tuning and troubleshooting them for 15 years? Pump gas. Here's what it does to the typical fuel system on a dirt bike. Here's the pilot jet of a KTM 450 carb that I was tuning. After sitting for years, the gas broke down and gummed up the jet, turning into this green nasty stuff that clogged it, so it didn't even start. Or the CRF 230 that I was troubleshooting that had leaking gas problem where the needle and seat were sticking open because it was getting junk on it. And even after cleaning the carburetor, as in fully taking it apart, taking out all the jets, putting it in my ultrasonic cleaner, which pretty much always works, put it back together, put it on the bike, it ran for a little bit, and then it leaked again. So I pulled the bowl out, checked the float and the float needle, and it was dirty again. It wasn't the carb's fault, it was the petcock. The filter on the petcock, which is basically the fuel valve in the gas tank, it has a little mesh screen that was so badly broken down, it basically disintegrated, that all that junk was flowing down through the fuel hose and into the carb, just constantly making it dirty, and it was never going to run right ever again until I cleaned out the tank, replaced that petcock, and then cleaned the carb again. And all of this was because of pump gas. Does that mean you should never run pump gas? Well, no, not necessarily. The main problem is what's in the pump gas, and that is ethanol. Ethanol is an additive that's in most pump gas for running in your car. I think they started using it due to EPA emission nonsense, stuff like that, but it is not good for our dirt bikes. So if you go get regular 87 pump gas, there'll be a sticker on the gas pump itself that says 10% or 15% or whatever it is, ethanol on it. What's wrong with this is that ethanol attracts water a lot faster. And why is water not good? Well, it quickly corrodes and breaks down the jets, the aluminum, and it clogs everything up much faster than if there was no water in the gas. And if there's moisture or water in your fuel, even if you can get it to start, it's probably not going to run right because it's running too lean or perhaps even too rich, depending on the specific symptoms. And if you want to learn 6 alarming signs that your dirt bike is running too rich or too lean, you should check out my free guide. You can download that. The link is in the description below. So can you run regular pump gas? Well, yes. You actually probably won't even have a problem if you're riding your bike every week or even like once or twice a month and you're flushing out all that gas. You're probably not going to have a problem. But if you're letting your bike sit for a few months or especially a few years, the ethanol in that gas is going to break down and clog up your carburetor and fuel system and just corrode so many different parts that it's going to cause some really frustrating symptoms that you're wondering, man, I already cleaned this carb, why is it still running poorly? If you live up north here where there's snow and salt on the roads, think of it like rust on a car. If you keep the car clean and dry, you're not likely to have rust. But once you get all that moisture buildup and then the salt, it's highly corrosive and it causes the metal to break down and rust. This is kind of what that ethanol is doing to your jets and carburetor. It attracts water and then that causes it to corrode and gum up or clog up, causing fuel not to get through the carb, causing your engine not to run or idle poorly or bog. Those are just some of the symptoms that I covered in a previous video of the top warning signs that your dirt bike carb is dirty, which you can watch right here. Or if you want to learn my secret method for never cleaning your carburetor ever again, you should check that out right here. I'm Kelly Fagan from MX Hideout. Ride safe, have fun.